When the kids were little, we had a camper van, one of those...
A camper trailer.
Camper trailer. So we went from a camper trailer, which was really hard work, and then we went straight into an off-road caravan. And compared to a camper, it is just a dream. It is just, you'd never go back. We looked around a few different companies and we just kept on coming back to the Lotus.
I really felt connected to the whole caravan through Bobby and through Mickey and George, and being able to meet them and be a part of the caravan being made.
We wanted traditional timber look because I'm a carpenter and wanted that sort of look.
All the interiors are customised.
Just goes to show they'll build what you want. We never planned on using it anywhere near as much as we haven't. Like, we've had 2.5 years and I reckon we've done over 50,000 kilometres in it. Such a pleasure to tow and actually to camp in. It's, if you see her, I have to back it half the time. I reckon I've had these places that campers wouldn't go. You don't need to book an apartment when you've got one of these things behind you. It's been one of the best things I've done to get away.
We can go to Noosa, go out for dinner and do all of that, but then we can go out to the bush so we don't have to be locked in to any one holiday.
The freedom to actually know you can go anywhere, it is a dream.
Well, we could have gone and played with a Lotus Trooper in a showroom, but out here in the bush is where it really shines. Now this one behind me, we've just snugged down the Gibb River Road, set it up right beside the Pentecost River, and now it's time to go and have a look around it. We've got a DO35 coupling up the front here to glue this to the back of your vehicle, which is important off-road because you want it to keep following you. Behind that, we've got a 6-inch chassis, hot dip galvanised. This is going to last. We've got a toolbox. One side, slide where your generator comes out. On the other side, storage for whatever you want to put in there. We've got the armour plating on the sides here. Continues right through the bottom here to complete the seal. Under that, bash bars, so if you rub up against a tree or something, you're not damaging the side of the van, you're just damaging the tree. I don't know if that's a good thing. Above that, we've got this tunnel boot, fully galvanised inside and sealed. This particular one's got an optional Weber barbecue in it, which is a really nice touch. Inside this compartment is your Fusion entertainment system, which allows you to use all your entertainment gear inside on the outside of the van as well. The heavy-duty bumper bar carries 2 jerry can holders, 1 spare wheel as standard, but this one's been optioned up with 2 spares. Outside, the Trooper is as tough as nails, but inside, comfort packed. We've got a full ensuite with separate toilet and shower. There's an Italian leather dinette with pull-up footstools, soft close spring-loaded drawers, piano hinges on all the doors to help it cope with the off-road use, full gas electric oven, water filter, a one-piece floor all pre-joined. The aircon is Australian made and there's a 12-volt compressor fridge. There's a full solar system to power the van and a fusion entertainment system. When it's time to go to bed, you'll be doing it on a queen-size bed with European double-glazed windows throughout. So if you're looking for a serious off-road caravan that's going to get you into all those spots you've been dreaming about, get onto lotuscaravans.com.au, check out all the details.
The best thing I reckon about the caravan and camping industry is that no matter what you're after, it's got you covered. For example, if you wanted to take the trip of a lifetime in a unit that is equally as comfortable on an outback road as it is on a genteel highway, you have to check out the Freelander from Lotus. I believe the term is wow factor, people. And if you like that, get a load of what the inside looks like. The boffins reckon that is a one-piece structurally engineered waterproof ply floor. I'm going to have to take their word for it, but it looks the goods. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Just look at the layout. Bling, bling, bling. It's a metal-sided drawer. And soft close. Very swish. Secret footstool. Very nice, Lotus. Very nice. Overhead, you got strip lighting, good for the ambiance, and adding to your comfort, a complete ensuite. The first thing that catches my eye is this grey cladding. Very nice. And it looks really cool against the charcoal checker plate. See, this is one of those good innovation meets good design thingamajiggies. And up the business end, you've got a nice big checker plate toolbox, a stone guard, and in front of that, a Highland coupling. Now that thing is going to be harder to escape than an airtight prenup. Check these out, all-terrain tyres, because after all, dirt roads are where all the fun is. And what about these for eye candy? Coney shocks. Now that's a Lotus exclusive. Yep, that's right, you heard it right here first. Everything we've shown you comes standard on this van, and at your destination, take in the memory of your journey in absolute 5-star luxury. You want to know more? It's easy. You know the story. Just jump on lotuscaravans.com.au.
as you can see, the Lotus Trooper is built to handle the roughest conditions, but that doesn't mean you need to live rough when you're going bush. Let's take a look at some of the home comforts waiting inside. Alicomp panels and checker plate armour. Now that's solid. Well, take a look at this. The Lotus Trooper really is a luxury home on wheels. I mean, how many caravans have genuine Italian leather lounges for dining? They even have their own footstools. And I love this, a proper kitchen with everything just where you need it, including a proper sink, premium acrylic splashbacks, Laminex bench tops, and check this out, a full Swift cooktop and oven that is big enough to enjoy a Sunday roast no matter what day it is. Plus, there is a full-size fridge with plenty of storage space. And the luxury doesn't stop at the bathroom door. There's heaps of space, plenty of hot water pressure from the Shoreflow water pump, and inbuilt hot water service. There's even a washing machine so you can still feel fresh no matter how long you've been on the road. But this is the best bit, a full-size queen mattress on an easy lift gas strap bed that provides extra storage underneath, plus everything else at your fingertips. Fusion Series iPod dock and speakers, reverse cycle air conditioning, LED downlights, and you can't see it, but there's even a pair of 150-watt solar panels on the roof powering twin 120-amp AGM batteries through a trusty Red Arc battery management system. But don't just take my word for it, you've really got to experience the comfort and amazing off-road handling for yourself by visiting your local Lotus dealer or jumping online to lotuscaravans.com.au. I'm Glenn Moriarty, and this is Caravanning.
One of the aspects of my job is to take customers and potential customers through the facility for a factory tour. This is to show people exactly how a Lotus Caravan is built. And the first part of that is the arrival of the chassis from G&S Chassis. Every day at the Lotus factory we have 2 or 3 G&S chassis arrive. We put an order in with G&S just for every part of the van that is available, coming down from wheels to couplings to every part, and they arrive just to suit the customer. After the floor's put on, we've got a one-piece lino that goes on, and then the walls. Now, the walls are a Morandi frame, which has got movement in it. We prefer to use the Morandi. It's a Indonesian hardwood. From that, they're bolted direct into the chassis. There is a lip that goes right around. Now on this lip, it's a steel lip, part of the chassis. That's where the actual wall sits on, and it's bolted direct in. The idea of the lip is to take the weight off the wall on the bolts. After the walls have been put on, the building process starts. So all the furniture which is built by the cabinet makers, and then the actual builders, which is a very important part. They build from outside in, and it gets to a stage where that forms the integral strength of the van. Then the fronts and backs are put on, and once the whole carcass of the van is what we call the carcass, it becomes the roof, and that's the strength of the van. Once we've got the carcass of the van, it's the electrical boys' turn, so they go on. All our different wiring is colour-coded. There's many different aspects of wiring now. You've got 12 volt, 240 volt, you've got TV cables, you may have satellite systems, so it just goes on and on and on. Once we've clad, the boys have to cut out the various holes. There's a framework there for the windows, and they use routers, and then cut the shape of the van. Then the roof goes on. The roof is also made out of the same material as aluminium cladding, and then from that stage they start putting in hatches, air conditioning all throughout the roof. So we're starting to get towards the way a van looks and how it's going to become a caravan. The exterior is the next part. They start putting on the toolboxes. The plumbers start putting all the plumbing work in under the van, running it to the fridges. All the electrical lights are started to be put in, all the facilities, the doors are put on, the dinettes, which are all leather, then the windows are put on. The van's taken outside, we put on the weighbridge to get the exact weights of the van. So we don't guess our weights, it's all exact, and we have a printout, and that goes in everyone's file. So we've got a record forever and a day. The last thing that happens is our freight truck comes and picks them up and takes them off to all our dealers all around Australia. The factory tour's finished, and we've been through all the parts of how our facility works. And now we've got the end result, a Lotus Caravan.